and welcome to Turtle Tracks Podcast. This is your host, Brian VanHooker, and I am here with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures artist Chris Allan and the owner, operator, and curator of Mahoning Drive-In in Lehighton, Pennsylvania, Virgil Cardamone. There's a turtle event coming up that I wanted to talk about with you guys, but also just talk about a place that I really love. It's the Mahoning Drive-In. To get started, Virgil, can you tell me what the Mahoning Drive-In is?
Yeah, the Mahoning Drive-In Theater is a one-of-a-kind of the very few drive-ins that are left across the country. We are the last remaining full-time 35 millimeter drive-in left in the country and actually in the world. And we do fan events from April through Halloween, Thursday through Sunday, every single year. And we've grown into, I'd say, the ultimate kind of cult drive-in and cult experience when you come to a drive-in. And yeah, we're really excited that people have embraced our preservation efforts while also embracing this like newfangled way of looking at what a night at the drive-in looks like in 2026. So,
Chris,
in a nutshell, I'd say that's what we do.
Chris, you described it as, but before we got started, as like a mini con every weekend for whatever movies they're showing.
It's a mini con for everybody's playing, so I will also say, Virgil, please plug the documentary. Is it a documentary about the Mahoning, or is it a documentary about drive-ins in general that features the Mahoning?
Yeah, we've been involved in several documentaries that are about drive-ins across the country in general, but the big one, our claim to fame, is At the Drive-In documentary.
Yes.
Which is about the rise of the Mahoning Drive-In Theater in those early years when we used to look out those bay doors and hope that one car would show up so we could show a movie and just hang out together for the night. And yeah, it's forever our calling card. And to see the growth of the business is really inspiring, I think, for a lot of people, in a way that the documentary was very much the little rascals, we can do this, inspiring for everybody.
And it almost died. You were gonna the legend was that they were gonna tear it down for a solar farm, question mark?
Yeah.
And
yeah, a roller coaster ride here.
Yeah.
It has been this crazy up and down.
What I also love about it is really everybody come out for Turtles, but when you come, if you care at all about pop culture and this kind of nostalgia feeling, I mean, you will come back. And what I love about it is that people are like, well, how good could a drive-in be? It's that nobody sits in their car. It's the only drive-in I've ever been to where like everybody pulls up and then pulls all their chairs and sets up their tables and brings out their dogs. Dogs are welcome. I love that. And everybody's just sitting there in their lawn chairs there, and you walk around and you're like, I mean, if you're like me, you're shaking hands all around. And it's like, hey, how you doing? Where are you guys coming up from? I'm like that. I will burn my social battery bright, and then I'll have to go home and curl into a fetal position. But while I'm there, I'm like firing on all cylinders, and I'm like, how you doing? I love to meet like-minded people, and there's so many like-minded people there.
Absolutely. And that's really the big sell of the drive-in and the preservation efforts is it's an essential community space. And at one time, every town had one.
Yeah.
And for us to be thriving, it has become this really important community space for people. And even if you need to travel across the country to get to it, I think you can fill your tank up with that love and that, again, kind of social presence. And the nice thing about the drive-in, it draws a lot of people who are antisocial. So you can choose how social you are. You can literally stay and not leave your bubble. Yes. It's a very unique thing.
I've often said that what holds my social group together is our lack of social skills. And I feel like that's our common denominator.
We are misfits, I totally tell people we are no different than anybody else out there. It really was like relying on tenacity and passion and push and hope that people would catch on. I sang in bands for years, and I do liken this to the band that finally people got into, and now
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are really
The-
excited every time we put on a show. And
The overnight success story that took like 40 years, right? I keep hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'll
will.
tell you, I first heard about this place from you, Chris. You and I were at Portsmouth MiniCon 40 back in 2024 for the 40th anniversary of the Turtles, and we were bullshitting about a whole bunch of stuff. And you mentioned that there's this place called Mahoning, and I looked it up. It was about 2.5 hours from me, but I saw that they were doing things like, I'm a huge Muppets guy. They were doing Muppets Weekend,
Yeah.
so
Muppets
Muppets
Weekend
double
is fun.
feature, and there was I've since been to there was an Aliens Weekend, so it was like Fire in the Sky, and the first two, and really the only two Alien movies. Also,
There is the director's cut for 3 that is I will accept.
yeah.
Yeah. Listen. Okay. Here we go. Here's. I'm in the real world confession booth right now. I have seen every Alien and Predator film in the theater because I'm a hardcore fan. And think about what that means for a second. Alien versus Predator Requiem. I saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
I sat through that. Yes.
And
Fandom runs deep.
Just
It
this
runs
past
deep.
weekend, I was at the Stephen King weekend. So I've made a point to come back, especially with my daughter, like 2-3 times a year.
Is your daughter
Every
coming
year.
to the Turtles one?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm so excited.
Wouldn't forgive me
Cassidy,
if I didn't. So
awesome. I think your daughter is about the same age as mine, and
I think exactly. Yeah.
I anticipate new best friends.
Yeah, same. Well, I should say. So I don't think we've actually said this at the con. So it's a double feature of Turtles 1 and Turtles 2. I'm going to try to bully Virgil into showing Turtles 3 as well, but we'll see if that works in time.
Eventually, we will get there. Yes.
If you show Turtles 3, I actually drew
Yes, I know
the
that.
movie adaptation for that.
Yeah.
I went digging through my my stash. I actually have about 5 pages left of the original.
Wow.
The original page, no shit.
Original pages of that. But
Well,
you know
are
what
you
I
gonna
do
be selling
have?
those original? Are you going to be selling comic pages at the thing?
I will sell comic pages. The thing I'll bring some along. I can't bring like all the boxes. I'll take some out betting. And you, if anybody is upset about this, come after Ken Micheloni and the rest of them at the 40th, because I was selling those original pages way too cheap. In the past, and I have since learned my lesson. So I will be bringing some, and they will be going for market value, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So,
and you also are doing are you doing anything live, like sketches or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So you're going to be there both nights doing autographs, things, head sketches.
I will have my astronaut diaper on, and I will not move from my seat.
That was a huge draw the last time we did this show. I have a real sense of responsibility when I show up for one of these things. So, because part of it is, honestly, I still can't believe people care. And whenever anybody comes and they're so excited, I'm just I almost don't even know what to do with that. And I'm like, well, there's no way I can't be here for you. I will stay here and draw these pictures until someone will make me stop out of concern for my well-being. And that's what it was like last time. We literally had a list of people that were like, hey, after intermission, I'm coming back I'm here. I want to make sure that I get my sketch. That's the appeal of the Mahoning. I always say,
and I can even, and because we're going to be there 2 days, so people can, if they're going to be there for 2 nights, and here's the reason to be there for 2 nights. If what I don't get to on Friday night, I will finish up during the day on Saturday and have it ready to go, ready to hand off on Saturday. Or if I don't get to it, I can finish it off, and I'll happily mail it off to people after the fact. I will be taking down all the info. So
everyone was so happy last time.
So I'm honestly, anybody in, especially Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Northeast area, I'm really, as much as I'm, I want everybody to enjoy this. I'm really aiming at them. Anybody who's a Turtle fan, in that area, and who can make it to the Mahoning that weekend, it's gonna be a huge Turtle event. You guys, now you're gonna be toy vendors too, right?
Yeah, so it's a toy show every single year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Show. And this was just too perfect an
Yeah.
opportunity
the
to
Halloween
blend the
vendors
two.
were legit. You got some great Halloween vendors out for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that was
vending
great,
thing
especially for a Sunday
is
night.
part of the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I fully expect people to go really hard with the turtle toy fandom and love.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we played Turtles in, gosh, probably 2017. We had a buddy of mine come out and just set up a couple of toys, old retro toys that we had, just so people could come by and be like, "Oh, I remember that," you know? And now to think like, hey, we're throwing a full all-out toy show where people can come and get their grails is really really fun, you know?
Yeah, you get the
Well,
grails,
you
like,
also
oh,
also every event, and I'm not just talking about the drive-in now, Brian. This ties in. Every event has a themed raffle.
Yes.
That There'll be like for the Beetlejuice one, I was just at the Halloween one, there were some Beetlejuice items, and the Alien one, there were some Alien things. And I have a few things that I can bring. Speaking of the third movie, I didn't just I'm not gonna donate a piece of original comic art. That's crazy. But
That's right.
I will.
Yeah.
But what I do have is back when I was doing the book back in the day, I always made copies of my pencils, and I have saved them all. So
Mhm.
I have I have the whole adaptation from the third movie in pencil form, and I can
Wow.
spiral bind that, and
Very
that can be
generous of you.
part of. I'm just running something else through a copying machine, but I'm the only one that has it, so.
that's
Yeah.
so cool. That's really cool.
That's the stuff that fans love, you know. And we'll have young and old there for that's why I
Yes,
love doing
that's
it.
the other thing that surprises me. Like I meet little kids that are just like their parents are introducing them to the stuff,
Yeah.
and they're surprisingly excited about it. I was up at Granite Con last year, um, and met Sarah Myers, who's doing the Saturday morning book now. So essentially, she's doing the Kid Turtle book now. I'm sorry,
Nice.
and they're doing the Kid Turtle book now, and they were so excited to meet me, and they were like, oh, you were the person, you were the reason I got into this, and I'm like, hi.
Well, you guys know it. I think that maybe the biggest thrill of being a Turtles fan and then a father is as soon as your kid gets into the Turtles, it's like, oh my gosh. And that's certainly what it was like with me and my kiddo. And doing events like this or Ghostbusters or Back to the Future,
Mhm.
like it's really an excuse for parents to bring their kids out and share the drive-in culture and the fandom as well with them. And it's a really easy hook when
Yeah.
it's something like this, where you're like, I know the power of turtles from a personal perspective, where my childhood was run by it. It's something that's been in my life since the day I was born. And it certainly is the case with my kid too now, where he doesn't know a world without turtles being kind of the key figures of creativity. And
How old is your
I
kid,
love seeing
Virgil?
that. He's 8, so perfect
Oh,
age, you
perfect
know. I mean,
age.
Nice.
yeah. So,
Oh my
and he's
God.
really getting into the drive-in culture and everything else
Of
now. So
course. Of course. That must be like so magical for a kid to grow up in that environment.
yeah,
Around like you're the cool dad.
what a dream! What a dream! It was the dream was originally, hey, it would be cool to run a drive-in with the family, and then it became,
Mhm.
hey, wouldn't it be cool to raise a family and do that? And the beautiful thing about the Mahoning is we are a big extended family. Everybody there, you know by name by the second time you come back, which is rare that you
Mhm.
have this kind of personal connection with people. Now going to the movies is renting a seat at that, and
Yes.
you're in and out with no connection to a person
And no
besides,
dogs.
them taking your money. No dogs, that is for sure. You don't get that at your local indoor. But yeah, it's a really intoxicating environment and experience. And I say to be a fan of the Mahoning is like a lifestyle choice.
It
And
really is.
just like those people who like follow the Grateful Dead, it's like you can see the appeal of people wanting to be like, okay, I'm going to do this every night that I can. This is my way to unwind. I don't go to a bar. I go to the drive-in and I take in the fandom and the experience and the nature of it all. So,
Which is why when I'm there, I'm walking around from this group of people in their chair and that group of people in their chair, and it's like, you're there, you're connecting with people.
yeah, easiest
I
place
love it.
to make friends. Like it's rare
Really
to
is.
do anything as a community anymore, especially a place where you can put your phone down and fully be in the 50s. But
So I have an hour away, and before I knew about the Mahoning, um, I also put a premium on that creating community. And so for about 10 years here, we've been doing our own backyard movies. And I've been and I also try as much as I can in my backyard. Don't worry. I'm not threatening your business model.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We do it once a month.
Turtles Weekend
And,
is not canceled halfway through this podcast.
Yeah. But what happens is that, I'd read somewhere once that, like, the biggest problem that we have in the country as we enter our dotage is loneliness. And I thought, I need to start investing in relationships the way you invest in your 401k. So we started to open the house up, and we would plan events, and we do the movie night once a month every summer, and during the winter we do a game night every month. And so that there's something that the people in our friend group, if they can't make this one, they can make the next one, and it's on the calendar. And hey, come to this one or this one. And the other great thing about it is that if you meet somebody new, which I have on occasion, and they're always like, we should get a drink sometime, sure, and you never do. And then, but with this, it's like, hey, come to a movie night.
Here's this
thing that we do, and show up or not show up, or if you don't show up to this one, show up to the next one. And
that's why these things are so important.
Yeah,
it's
so it is. Yeah, it's what it is. It's a third space, and that a lot of that are like going away. People are losing, and you've created a third space. You're doing the Lord's work.
I really feel
very
like my kid has just fallen in love with that place. Like I said, we've gone for the past few years. I mean, my 11-year-old loves Misery now because she got a chance.
That's the age I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Virgil's
all right.
Okay. Let's go.
I should warn you, Brian. I am becoming more active with my daughter's scout troop, and I am now a required reporter for bad parenting. So I may have to turn you in for that.
Nothing warms my heart more than when a parent brings their kid into the projection booth, explains it all, and it's even better when it's like a horror night because you're like,
we do the same.
This is the cool parent.
Yeah, we actually do the same thing for our little rinky dink one, and I will say, look, I'm not editing anything. You, by the way, Virgil, I don't know if it was your decision, but one night you showed Society, which is, I'm like, they're showing Society on a big outdoor screen. Because I wanted to do that, and I showed some of the scenes to my wife, and it's like, okay, before we do this is, you need to know what we're getting.
This is what we're getting into.
No, because we have neighbors like that are right there.
Yes. You're like, they judge us already. Do we really have to get ammo?
But the thing is, like, we'll show whatever I decide to show. I'm showing it like uncut, on no apologies. And if you want to bring your kid, fine. I don't have to put him to bed, but you just need to know what you're getting into.
At one point for us, movies were that thing that triggered the conversation. And I do love the idea of parents using the Mahoning to start those conversations. That's why we often play challenging films, and
yes.
And I think stuff like that is also very good for the culture.
Yes.
So.
She also mentioned that you guys do like a thing where it's not just, you also can camp out overnight there. You guys offer lots of cool amenities and things like that too.
Extended passes, as we say.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the means to be able to watch a movie from your tent is very, very popular at the Mahoning, especially with couples and families, you know. So yeah, the drive-in and having your own space and being able to connect to the days is really big for our
I should
family.
mention the big disclaimer with the camp out, and it's honestly the main reason
Extended
I haven't done it. Extended pass, sorry. And it's you can't have a campfire, and I understand that because you don't want to burn the place down. But people who are thinking like, oh, I'll come camp out of the drive-in, you can't have a campfire. You shouldn't have that.
It's
going
always
on.
so hard because people see tents and they think, oh, camp, you know, even the town sometimes.
Yeah.
But it is a very unique sell to what the Mahoning does, just like a lot of things. But the idea of being able to watch from a tent, it was really born out of this event we do called Camp Blood, which is a Friday the 13th event. And we allowed people to watch from tents, which was so perfect for what we offered, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think on any given night, people love the opportunity to be able to watch from blankets or pop-up tents or, you know, even, you know, straight up tents, inflatable furniture.
I got a great
mean about trying to have it be a new way of thinking about the drive.
I got a great idea for a night because I've been wanting to do this myself, but you should take it. I've been wanting to do a BYO pool night where we show Jaws.
So
and everybody
just
brings
announced Jaws today. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody brings a kiddie pool.
That's so good. I'm so jealous of the people. Like every time I see that viral Jaws in the water, you know, thing that goes around, I'm like,
bring
man,
a kiddie
if
pool,
I could do that,
and then
I
you
would
can sit
do
in your
it.
pool and watch Jaws. And
yeah, I'm coming around with a hose for everybody.
Yeah. That would be great.
Totally.
Virgil, give us the details one more time on Ninja Turtles weekend, so people who can make their plans and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's June 5th, June 6th. That's Friday and Saturday. We will be showing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze on original 35 millimeter. Gates open at 5 o'clock because we will have our retro toys show. So if you guys want to come and peruse before the sun goes down, it's highly recommended at the Mahoning. You do so either way. So, but it's going to be a great time.
And Chris Allan will be there.
Chris Allan will be there.
Yes.
We will have.
What time would you like me there?
Chris, we're going to have you there right away as soon as those gates open so fans can get their sketches.
So I'll get there a little bit early.
Autographs. Yes, I love that.
This was what I wore my first trip to the mountain.
I should mention that at this point in the conversation, Chris Allan has put on an 8 mask because this is an audio podcast. So
people are going to be so confused.
Theater of the mind.
That's got to be the picture you used.
There's no video component to this podcast.
That is great. Well, I got a kick out of it, so it's all that matters.
Smells terrible.
Well, thank you guys.
But yeah, Turtle fans should come. It's the Mahoning. I'm so glad you guys are doing another Turtle weekend. I missed the previous one, and I've been looking for an excuse to kind of talk about this place in the podcast because I absolutely love it. So.
And I will dig some appropriate raffle prizes up prior to the event.
You're the best.
And I assume that there will be 2 raffles, right? 2 nights,
yes.
2 raffles. All right,
yep,
so
absolutely. We'll have our turtle-centric merchandise. We'll have turtle-centric specials in the concession lobby.
Perfect.
It's going to be a great time. So
it's going to be a great time.
Out, bring the munchkins if you got.
I will be very tired, and I will require Sunday to recuperate. But that's okay. That's part of the game. Let's make it. Yep. That's Virgil, right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for including me, Virgil.
Thank you.
I think I have made it clear just how much I adore this space that you guys have created.
Yeah, it means the world. It really does. That's why we do it. Why we do it, for sure.
Thank you guys. Right. Take care. I'll see everybody
All right, buddy.
5th and 6th.
Yeah, we'll see you guys there.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.